Happy Halloween and welcome to Red Stain Radio, a Dead by Daylight podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Stevie. I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Maddie and Bryson.
Hello.
Howdy.
Thank y'all. How is it going, y'all? How are you feeling?
I'm pretty good. I just got done telling Bryson and Stevie, but listeners, make sure to check your school emails before you go to class, or else you go to campus and find that your class has been canceled, so you have to go all the way back home and you spend 2 hours on the bus with a bunch of people. Do not recommend.
Yeah, double check those emails.
That's true.
That sounds awful. I'm doing pretty good. A little sleepy. Had my coffee, but super happy that Halloween is Friday. But it's also crazy that it's Friday. Like October's flown by. But yeah, it's cool, and I'm excited for the episode.
No, me too. This is episode 19 of Red Stain Radio, and we're going to talk about Halloween, the 1978 movie. But before that, we want to let listeners know that we have another Community Cosmetic interview coming out this Friday, Halloween, October 31st. I spoke with DrawnByDragons, Spooky. She was the winner and designer of the Moonstone Maurice badge. Check that out on Friday. It was super nice to talk with
Amazing
them.
interview.
She
Check
was
it out.
great.
Yes,
Highly
please
recommend.
check it out. It's super fun.
Coming this Friday to a podcast platform near you. And also, we'll be covering our thoughts on the upcoming PTB next week. It's not out yet. I expect it to be just a lot of balanced stuff, a lot of things
Keep
that you
forgetting that
need your
PTV's
hands on.
coming out like soon.
Yeah,
It
next
is.
week.
It is. But we'll get our hands on that in this upcoming week, so stay tuned
Yep.
for those changes in our thoughts.
Yeah, you'll want to know what we think. Ooh.
You will. You'll love it. We wanted to remind the listeners, you can send us your questions, our discussion ideas, and comments by emailing us at redstainradio@gmail.com. Also, we'd love if you listeners would leave us a review on the platform you listen to, Spotify, Apple, whatever. Speaking of, we wanted to read an Apple review we got from Jinx to Dross. All the hosts are so nice, and the show itself is amazing. If you like DVD, this is the place for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Jesus
much.
Thank you,
Dross.
Dross.
Thank you so much.
I don't know what compelled me to look at our Apple page, but I did, and I know you can leave reviews there, and unlike Spotify, it's just stars. Or Spotify, it is just stars, and Apple, you can type in a review. And I saw this, I was like, oh, we have to share this. This is wonderful. So if you write or if you write a review on Apple, and I see it, we'll read it. That is if it's a good one. If it's a bad one, we'll take that internally, and we'll
Make
Maybe
fun of
we
you
won't
internally,
include it, and
so.
we'll be like,
Maybe-
"Wow, they
yeah,
think
maybe we'll.
that Madison keeps talking about gacha games so much." Yeah,
I don't think you talk about it that much. Not on the
don't
podcast.
worry.
at
I'll talk
least.
about it in the upcoming Genshin Impact / Dead by Daylight crossover
Oh,
chapter.
That'll be more than enough reason to have you just go on about Genshin.
Yep, I'd be
Yeah,
like,
that'll
If
just
there
be a
was a-
solo.
you'd be ready
cast
for that.
you. Yeah.
I hope it doesn't happen, but if it did happen, I'd be ready.
Oh,
Hey, I love the game, but I gotta be honest, it would not fit at all. Like, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
sense of coherency if that was in
Maybe
DVD.
I mean, cosmetics are always an avenue, I
I mean,
suppose.
cosplay could be fun. Like a little Paimon backpack or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
You can always get Feng Min to cosplay a character, and then it's in universe.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Alrighty. Stevie, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do we have any emails, perhaps?
We've got one lined up. It's a listener email. And thank you, Renz, for emailing us. Renz sent us in the following email. Hey guys, first off, love your podcast. Made me fall in love with the game all over again. It's pretty sweet. Sorry that you're back in the game if you didn't like it, but you're stuck. You're stuck, and it's
I
our
will not
fault.
apologize. I will not apologize.
But I just wanted to say I'm a killer main now. Clown.
Ooh,
All right,
ooh,
Renz.
Clown. Interesting.
Do it.
Maddie already hates you. I'm kidding.
No. I do not hate you.
Clown's violence. Clown's fine.
Yeah.
He's
I
just
I
it's
don't
just
like
Clown.
what you guys
Just the
talk about.
counterplay isn't really there.
But I respect the players. I respect
But if you
the
play
players.
Clown, now you know the counterplay. You know what there is to do against a clown because you've seen it.
Yes.
I
And
need to play more clown.
oh,
Maybe not.
Ren says, I know,
Maybe.
I know. But I've been hopping over to the survivor side. Scarecrow Kate in parentheses.
as you should. Scarecrow
Good
Crate.
cosmetic. Very good
Amazing.
cosmetic.
That one's so silly. I love the makeup she has. It gives her like the rosy cheeks.
So cute. I love it so much.
And I'm loving it more in all caps.
Yay!
I get more sweaty doing gens than trying to hook, but I'll be writing in more to you guys. I don't really write emails like this. This is the second email I sent in my life, and I was born in 1993. Ha 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 ha.
Ooh.
But one question, if you guys were to see one of the original survivors turn into a killer, who would it be? My choice would be
Ooh.
Dwight, from a nerdy survivor doing gens to this demon-formed Dwight, transformed, looking to hook.
That's a
Rens.
really good question. Oh my god. I had to think about that. But just going off like from my heart, I feel like this is my obvious answer because he's my main. But I think a Vittorio killer could be really cool. Like just casting spells, like in universe Vecna or something. I don't know. I feel like that
I
would
see
be
that.
pretty neat.
Mine would probably be Nia, just because I think she just beats the shit out of survivors already, kind of. So she's got the vibe to kick ass on other side.
There was that old meme where everyone's like, "Hey, she's the entity, so maybe she could be the
Oh yeah,
entity or
that's true.
something."
Very true.
I could see her getting into something like that. Something
Mhm.
artist style where she gets killed after slighting somebody and then she goes all vengeful in her afterlife.
Don't do it, Queen.
I don't know who I would pick. I'd probably want to pick somebody like one of the smart survivors who's like a mastermind of being a killer, one of the smarty pantses. Somebody like Yun Jin could orchestrate something. Somebody like
yeah.
Adam Francis, he might also be smart enough to be an ingenious murderer.
Yes.
You know who I thought would be cool too? Tori. Although I think she's better as a survivor just because she's kind of denied that. That's a big part of her lore. But
Yeah.
that'd be also just really interesting to see that iteration of her as well.
Dark Side Tori Kane, yeah.
Yeah.
She's emo. She's trying to be emo.
But with that email, let's move on to the topic of today's show, the Halloween movie and our review.
Ooh, I love Halloween.
Halloween is so good. But
Great
important
movie.
note, this will be spoilers, especially for the original movie, and also some of the other ones if we end up talking about those and their plot points,
Yeah.
which we definitely.
Yes. Because I'm probably gonna mention Halloween too. Just
Yeah.
forward warning.
Well, I'll probably touch on all the timelines, which I actually want to get into with you all because I'm curious as how familiar you are with the all the Halloween timelines.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll definitely get into those. But if you haven't seen the first movie, go check it out. It's phenomenal. Like it is a classic, and you're missing out if you've not seen it at least.
Hey, come on! You want to go see the movie? Go see the movie.
You
It's
want
really
to see
good.
it. Trust
So
me.
here's what you should do, listeners. Pause our episode, go watch the first movie. It's only like an hour, 20 minutes, and then come back. That's the important part. Please
Yes.
come back after you watch
Yes.
the movie.
It's a classic in
If you
OG
don't
horror.
always have- Yes.
Like it's really well done. It still holds up. It's got a bit of a campiness to it, but like only that like 2%.
Yeah, but it's really good. Trust us. We promise. It's really good. Now, we should probably talk about the movie. Stevie, would you care
Let's
to
get right into it.
Yes.
The quick synopsis we have for Halloween. It's a 1978 slasher movie directed and scored by John Carpenter. He did the music for the whole thing. He co-wrote the screenplay with Deborah Hill. The movie's main stars got Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis, Nick Castle plays Michael Myers, credited as the Shape in the movie because, he's just a big brooding villain. He's the shape of evil. Halloween takes place in the small town Haddonfield, Illinois. Michael Myers has committed to a mental institute after murdering his teenage sister on Halloween night. 15 years later, he escapes and returns to Haddonfield to stalk and kill once again.
No,
That's good.
that's scary. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I'm so tempted to just go through it like scene by scene in my head, all my favorite parts, but
Yeah,
What-
so that's actually kind of a good point. Like this is our first movie review. Like we did touch on the Alien movie a bit for the lore episode for there, but it's not really a review. We didn't
Those
go
were
deep
more of
dive.
like a series, I would say, or
Yeah.
like
Right.
franchise.
So like, how do we want to structure this? Do we want to go through it scene by scene? Do we want to go by characters? Like, this is absolutely freeform for sure.
I feel like for the sake of the audience, I feel like we should kind of just like pick and choose things that we really want to talk about.
Yeah,
instead
I'm
of,
down.
Like scene by scene or like characters. I feel like that would be really interesting. I hope so, listeners. If you want a more like step scene by scene, or if you like how this goes, let us know by emailing us at redstainradio@gmail.com or commenting on your preferred streaming service
Yeah.
/ listening place. Yes.
I do look at those comments. So if you do comment on the episode, we'll see it for sure.
So please do that, and we would know. But without further ado, Stevie, why don't you start us off, seeing how you're our hostess for the episode?
Mm-hmm. You've got it. Okay. So, do y'all have any special relationship with the movie before we start? Is it just a side interest, or when
I
did
would
y'all
say
get
it's
into
a side
this?
interest for me, at least. Yeah.
So for me, this is a foundational horror movie for me, for my love of horror. My mother showed this to me far too early. Like I don't know, guys. I was a toddler. Like I remember seeing this movie.
Oh,
She had it on all the
VHS or
time.
something? Yep.
Yeah, it was on. We had
Yeah.
it on VHS. We played it all the time, and it is. There's a little bit of nudity in it, like a smidge of nudity, but like also just
yeah.
like this brooding. Like I just loved this movie growing up, and it's just like this and this is my second favorite movie of all time. Like Alien is my first. This is my second, so I'm very excited. But yeah, she showed me this far too early, and I've just fallen in love. I watch it yearly, and I just cannot get enough of it.
Peak is peak.
Truly
Peak
is.
is peak.
This is like franchise horror kind of coalesced into like a pure drop of the stuff.
Yeah. Like, I don't really have any history of Halloween. Like, I had a shirt. I liked it. I guess, like, the closest thing I have with, like, history with Halloween is that I remember when the Michael Myers chapter came out for Dead by Daylight, along with Laurie Strode, Haddonfield, like, old Haddonfield, like, the first one where it was, you know, ugly. And
Huh.
I remember watching people like Jacksepticeye, Ohmwrecker, cartoons, all of them playing on it, and yeah, I think it was one of the main reasons I was like, "Yo, I want to kind of check this game out," and that's how I got into Dead by Daylight. Because yeah, I don't think it was the reason I got in. I think it was just something that made me interested. But I guess that's the closest reason / connection I have to Halloween as a franchise.
And that's real, like the cross promotion, like the movie getting you into the game getting you into watching the movies.
Yep,
It's what it's about.
exactly. Yep.
And arguably, Halloween is the chapter that made DVD. Like if they didn't
Oh,
get that,
100%.
if
Yeah.
they didn't get that chapter, or if they didn't start with that chapter for a license chapter, I don't think we'd have this game today. Like I don't think it would have lasted as long. So it's pretty incredible what that chapter did for them.
So remember to say, listeners, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Haddonfield. Kind of, not really.
Not modern Haddonfield, at least.
No. No. I'm wagging my finger. You can't see it, but I am wagging my finger at the
I
screen.
still see that old Myers house in my dreams.
Yeah, with the infinite balanced landing.
Oh, and then the windows on each side of the roof upstairs. You could just keep
and
vaulting
you
over.
can never catch people. Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
If they spawned in the right spot, it was so easy to loop, even
Yep.
without balanced.
Crazy times.
Yes.
Enough
Speaking
about
of
that map.
crazy, speaking of crazy, the Halloween movies are pretty crazy. Especially the first one, which didn't have the best budget, but it made up with like atmosphere and stuff. And there's a lot
yeah.
I want to talk about, but we're gonna let Stevie start first. Our hostess, guide us in this conversation.
Well, no, the atmosphere is a good point. I wanted to touch on the music. John Carpenter directed the movie and did the entire score. Little side note about the score, it's all written in 5/4 time, which is kind of like the most basic point you can hear about the music. But to people who don't know 5/4 time, most of the music you're hearing is written in a 4/4 time, 4 beats to every 4. I don't know how to say it. I'm not a music person, actually. But what I can say is 5/4 time is slightly faster, but in a way that doesn't resolve. The way your brain wants to hear the next beat come doesn't. So the way the music ends up, every time it goes through a measure, it kind of leaves you a little more like wanting it to resolve. So it just builds tension on its own. You can hear this if you just listen to the songs. If you play against Michael Myers, you know his theme is punchy and that's still John Carpenter's theme. He did the music for the movie, and they took it straight from the movie, put it in the game. So it works super well in a game, building tension. Works super well in a movie, building tension. You go scene by scene, and it's punctuated by these scores that just kind of leave you worried. Something's bad's going to
Mhm.
happen, and it doesn't go bad, and then something bad is going to happen later, and then, oh, something bad has already happened. It creates a nice play with the way it's done.
Yeah, I'll touch on the music because that's one of my favorite parts of Halloween. Is that theme is should be on every Halloween playlist ever. Like it
Yep.
is phenomenal in terms of it's essentially the same thing throughout. For I don't know how long the whole song is, 2 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. And then the whole music throughout the movie is very much just the theme. And then you have music cues throughout when Michael appears or a certain event happens. There's a sting that happens. But this the opening crawl with the credits and that music just pairs so well with like the orange font and the text there with the pumpkin. Like it just sets the tone really well and it builds tension while Michael is stalking throughout Haddonfield. So yeah, it's phenomenal. And he John Carpenter also did the music for the most recent Halloween movies, Halloween 2018 in Kills and Ends. And he did those with his son too. So him and his son both got music there. So and those are great themes as well. Despite what you think of the movies, the music there is phenomenal as well.
Hmm. What I really enjoy about the Halloween movies, for me, is that it kind of, I wouldn't say started the concept of the jump scare, but I feel like it did a really smart way of doing the jump scare because in the beginning of the movie, one example of a jump scare is when Dr. Loomis is outside, I believe, the had outside Michael Myers' house, like the
Mhm.
Myers estate, and he's just kind of standing there looking up at it. And this is not the beginning of the movie. I just feel like this is near the end. He's standing there looking up, and then a guard comes up to him, and there's a little sting, not like a huge sting, just like a single cord from the main theme. And what I really like about that, and it's done a couple times throughout the movie, where it's like you're not really paying attention. There's a little jump. Is it feels natural. It doesn't feel forced because unlike a lot of video games or movies, you know when it's gonna happen. Versus where in Halloween, when we have these characters just kind of caught off guard, it feels like you're getting caught off guard too. You feel like you're with them, you understand them, and that's what I really like. It feels more natural. Yeah,
Well, the jump scares are super well earned.
Mhm.
exactly. There are some cheap ones in Halloween. I'm not gonna say it's perfect. There are definitely some cheaper ones, but for the most part, it's pretty good with the jump scares.
Oh,
Yes.
I wanted to touch on the characters. I really like, if we break it down, the three main characters. Let's say we have Laurie Strode, our final girl, our scream
Yep.
queen.
Yep.
We got the shape Michael Myers himself, and Dr. Sam Loomis.
Yeah.
If we kind of break these characters, Sam Loomis is like the Ahab. He's the archetypical like guy who no one believes. He's the one who sees it all coming. You'll see this a lot in horror movies. Like there's always a Loomis character.
Yeah. There's always someone who's like, "Vole, he's a witch," and everyone was like, "No, oh my god, that's Mia. She's so cool. She's so awesome." And then 20 minutes later, she's eating people, and everyone's like,
Oh
"Who could have
no.
told us? How could we have known?" Mia, no.
Can we talk about Loomis though really quick?
Yes,
Especially
please.
his personality and also he's very much like Michael Myers is not a human. He is an object filled with evil. Like he refers to him as it. Like it is not a man. Refers to him as pure evil. Like he is very much
Yeah,
adamant about Michael Myers being a manifestation of evil. And he also has this like
because he could say he's really.
manic, like even throughout the series, throughout the other movies, he's got this manic personality. Is like, oh, Michael Myers has returned. Like he has a very distinct accent as well. Like it's kind of like it's kind of crazy. Like he's crazy himself a little bit. Like maybe he
Little
is this
bit.
guy really a doctor? Like he's calling the police station up like every other movie. It's pretty incredible, but at the same time he's completely right. Like he's 100% right all the time. Like what he says is going to happen and is happening on in the next scene. So he's just an interesting character, and it's kind of breaks the mold a little bit of this usual archetype in a way.
He
Mm-hmm.
does. He kind of sets it too. He's both like the guy who's totally correct. He's kind of justified in coming back to Haddonfield to warn everyone, but then there's still space to read him as this doctor who has failed his patient. Maybe there
Hmm.
was a chance if somebody did reach out to Michael when he was a kid, but did Sam Loomis write him off on meeting him? He tries to explain it as like he spent 8 years trying to reach the kid and then 7 more years trying to lock him up. But it seems like both of those failed. So
Hmm.
did he even do a good job being a good doctor to Michael?
Probably not.
Probably not. But
He's
also,
trying to get
like,
his license revoked.
how could he have done with Michael? He's literally called evil incarnate like multiple times.
He's
I
called
feel like
evil
there's a point where you
incarnate.
have to be like, okay, we're killing the kid. Sorry, guys. That child is bye bye. Goodbye, Michael. Send him to the Shadow Realm. Because, like, how do I say this is the nicest way possible? If there's a 5-year-old who killed his sister, not great. If he started like never talking, staring at walls, killing other inmates and like other like patients, no thank you. And then he leaves, gets out, like kills people to get out, and then does a mass murder spree. Yeah, no, he's gone. No, thank you. We're getting rid of him. No. But
Oh,
maybe Dr. Loomis, when he saw him, was like, I can fix him. He was like the original I can fix him girl. He was like, I can fix him. I can make him better. And then he just did not do anything he could that would affect Michael. Like, he tried, but Michael was just too far out of it, too evil. And
Hmm.
then Loomis was like, we're going to drug him up, we're going to send him to court, and then we're sending him to Azkaban or Albatross or evil prison of no cities. You get the point? I feel like
Hmm.
I'm just rambling and making no sense, but I'm hoping I'm making sense to everyone. He's just too evil, and I feel like Loomis tried, and yeah, there was no saving him. But also, I feel like Loomis wanted to try, is
no,
what
you
I'm
see it,
trying to
right?
say.
It's conflicted. He wants to save the kid, but he knows he's also responsible for the fact that he's back. He feels
Hmm.
like he has to be the one to stop him.
Yeah, maybe he's just a little silly guy. Maybe
On
I
the
don't
topic
want to
of him being
say.
a silly guy, I agree. I wrote this note, but one of John Carpenter's next few movies, John Carpenter kind of does Halloween as like his third movie, and then goes on to kind of make a bunch of Kurt Russell movies, which I love a
Hmm.
lot.
Oh,
John Carpenter, Kurt Russell movies. You may have seen The Thing, starring Kurt Russell, made by John Carpenter.
yep.
But also, if you want some schlock, Escape from New York, Big Trouble in Little China, those
Yes.
are classic Kurt Russell, John Carpenter films. And
Big
Sam
escape.
Loomis's actor, Donald Pleasance, plays not only Sam Loomis, but he also plays the President of the United States in Escape from New York. The whole point being the president is stuck in New York and Snake Plissken has to break him out. Donald Pleasance, he just plays himself basically in both movies once you realize it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What I really enjoy about those movies, or that movie specifically, for the people who haven't seen it, it's basically New York is like a prison city. Like they send everyone who's like committed crime there, like the worst of the worst. And for some reason, the president's just there, and this guy has to go there and save him. I don't know.
Well,
It's just such
his
a weird
plane, the
movie.
president's plane gets hijacked,
Oh yeah,
and
it gets
he has to
hijacked.
escape on an escape pod. And there's
Yeah,
a fun
Escape
line where he's
pod.
like,
it's so
"Get me
goofy,
to the
but
pod."
yeah, it's so goofy, but I do recommend checking it out if you want something schlocky, you want some fun. It's pretty good, even if it's very stupid.
Hmm.
It's
But
incredibly stupid.
yeah. Also, if it has not aged well, I apologize. I haven't seen that movie since I was 16. I'm 22 for reference, so yeah,
I'm
be
one here to
careful.
say it hasn't aged the best. It's a movie that definitely doesn't like women. Um,
Oh,
just it's
that's not
just the
good.
vibes. There's like two female characters. One of them is on screen for like 45 seconds and then gets pulled through the floor literally.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
um, that doesn't seem right.
I'm telling you, old movies were gross sometimes.
Um,
Men making movies, misstep in the whole thing of things.
yeah,
Artistic misstep.
yep. But anyways, let's get back to Halloween. Sorry,
Back to
Trouble in
Halloween.
Chinatown. But let's talk about something else. Probably a very iconic character. Maybe that's also in Dead by Daylight. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Oh,
Blushing emoji. I'm sorry. Ignore me. I sound like the guy who was like, monkey covering eyes emoji. Sorry. I'm just saying references. Let's talk about Michael. What do we like about Michael?
Michael himself.
Michael Myers. Yes.
He is terrifying. He doesn't talk. He kills without prejudice. Honestly, he eats dogs. He kills two dogs in this movie, one on screen, one off.
Yeah.
Um, he's terrifying. Like he stands there and his heavy breathing. We get a lot of POV shots from him within this movie. Some of them being long, like the opening sequence, which is my favorite after the opening credits, where he's talking to his sister and her boyfriend, and then it's all POV from his perspective, and he grabs the knife from the kitchen, and then he grabs the clown mask, and then he goes upstairs into his sister's room and kills her. Like
Mhm.
he doesn't hesitate in any situation. Like when he is in for the kill, like it's just immediate. Like when he comes out of the pantry and kills Bob, or but also weirdly has a personality in that, like, hey, he'll put on a ghost sheet and cut out eyes out of it
He's
and
a
put
really
Bob's glasses
smooth.
over it. Like. By the way, we need that cosmetic in Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sheet
I'm surprised
Michael.
it hasn't been
Yes.
added
Oh,
yet.
just like chef's kiss of a cosmetic. But like he's just so menacing, and the mask is, the mask is a whole other conversation on our own, and like how it was created, what it looks like. But it has so few defining features. It's
Mhm.
pale. You can see it from the dark, from the shadows, and it has this shape or outline, as you will, or
I think
silhouette
you're there.
when he's stalking, and it's very definitive, and you can see that in like alternative posters from the main one. So he's just a menacing character, and just that, I want to call him an entity, like that whole, like, because there's a debate on whether he's man or he's evil or whatever. He's just like that kind of entity, or that mysteriousness about him really draws me to him and makes me love him as a character. And he's by far an icon when it comes to slashers and horror overall.
He's an icon, and he is the moment. I will say though, I feel like The Mask is a really funny story. So for the people who don't know the story of Michael
Oh,
Myers'
tell it. You know
mask,
it. Tell it.
yep. So originally, John Carpenter wanted to use the Mike Myers mask. If you don't know, Mike Myers was a celebrity. I think he was an actor, I believe.
Mike Myers off Austin Powers.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, that's fun. I believe he's an actor.
Yeah. No, you're thinking
But
of him. Yeah.
the company slash Mike Myers said no. John Carpenter did not care though, but he didn't want to get sued for using someone's likeness. So I'm pretty sure that what he did was he just painted the mask white, and that's how we got the Michael Myers mask.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, the mask
the mask isn't Austin Powers. Austin Powers would have been like 20 years later, but it's
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
it's a Captain Kirk mask.
Captain
Yeah.
That's
Kirk
what it
mask.
is. It's
Oh,
Captain
Mike
Kirk from
Myers.
Star Trek. They
Oh
they
wait,
Yeah.
got
I just realized I'm thinking of the wrong story. Oh, I'm so
that's all
stupid.
right.
I'm thinking of Drive-By, I think, or it's Baby Driver. They wanted to use Michael Myers. They couldn't use Michael Myers, so they
Oh,
used
okay.
Mike Myers. I'm so stupid. Ignore
Oh,
me.
that
Oh,
is what they did. Oh
That's
my
funny.
God.
cut me out of the
Baby
video
Drivers is pretty
podcast.
good. That's
Kill
pretty
me.
good.
I'm gone. I'm
That's
going
funny.
back into
That's
the
a funny
pod.
mix up though. Hilarious.
But
We're
that
ending
scene
the
in Baby
episode now.
Drivers,
It's over.
I
It's
know
over.
exactly what you confused it with, where
We're ending
they
the
show up
episode.
to like rob the bank, and they're like, "Get the masks out!" And then he pulls out 3 Austin Powers masks, and they're like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" And he's like, "You said Mike Myers masks."
Yeah.
They're like, "We
So
said
ignore
Michael
me.
Myers masks."
Ignore me, listeners. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. We're probably gonna cut this in post, or I'm gonna beg
No,
for
keep
it.
it.
No, I'm leaving it in.
Stop, please. God, have you seen us that dumb? No, I'm
This is
crying.
what makes good content, Maddie. You gotta know. You gotta know.
Mistakes matter.
Like as I was saying it, I see Stevie in the corner of my screen, and they're just like looking at me, a little like, "Am I saying
Yeah,
something wrong?"
you brought up Mike Myers. I was like, where's Maddie going with this? Because I don't know why she's bringing up the
I'm
actor.
so stupid. I'm so
No, you're good.
stupid.
But yeah, it's Captain Kirk.
Yeah,
They
Captain
so
Kirk.
for those who don't know, they shot this movie on a shoestring budget, and they shot it in like January, February. So it was like winter. Halloween is nowhere in sight, and so they just ran to the store down the street. There was a clown mask, I think John Carpenter says. Then there was a Captain Kirk mask, and what they did is just they kind of ripped off the sideburns. They painted white. They opened up the eye holes a little bit more, and that's the mask you kind of see. Pretty damn terrifying, and it doesn't really look like, I don't remember the actor's name. Captain Kirk's, what's his name? I don't remember.
Oh,
I'm
a man.
blanking.
Oh
He
fuck!
is a guy.
Oh fuck!
He just turned like 94 or something. Like he's
He's
in his 90s.
94. Wow.
He's 9. I don't know.
I'm
gonna look
trying to
now,
remember
'cause-
his name too.
Yeah, we can't. I'm blanking.
Hold on,
No,
hold on.
it's coming
I
up.
have the power of Google. The actor
William Shatner.
Oh, William Shatner. Yep.
William Shatner. Yep, that's his name. William Shatner.
He is 94. He recently turned 94.
Yes, congrats, William Shatner. You're not
William
listening to this
Shatner did a
podcast,
cover
but
album
congrats.
at one point, and William Shatner's cover album, he does a bunch of funny songs in his voice.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's awesome.
But yeah, incredible mask. Like it's so good. I wouldn't say the DVD model of the mask is great, but
I mean,
it's
let's be fair here. This was made 10 years ago, basically.
true.
A
True.
decade.
They could use a visual update for sure. For sure.
You know what else came out 10 years ago? I'm pretty sure the first Assassin's Creed came out 10 years ago.
No,
Crazy.
no, it was like
Crazy.
15, right?
Let's fact check. The battle of the fact checker. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood came out in 2010.
Brotherhood,
Damn.
2010. 2007 was Assassin's Creed 1.
Yeah, so not as old as Assassin's Creed, but it's kind of close, you have to admit. That's like 4 years younger than Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, specifically. But yeah, Michael's old. Back then, he maybe
Michael's-
looked good, but now
Michael's
he's old.
actor, though. I want to talk about him real quick. He's
Oh yeah.
Nick Castle. Nick Castle plays Michael in the first movie. They got him back for the recent trilogy that they did, the Halloween, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends.
Yes, Halloween
Nick Castle's the same Michael. And he still fucking kills it.
Yeah, there is another actor who plays Michael in the first movie in a couple scenes, primarily when his mask is ripped off in the end. They didn't want to use Nick Castle's face. They want to use someone else who I think they describe as more angelic, whatever that they mean by that. So that's kind of who they see. But yeah, Nick Castle does return. He consults and he plays Michael in several scenes in the new trilogy. Does a phenomenal job. The Michael in the latest trilogy is a brute force to be reckoned with.
What I also found really interesting about Michael, specifically in the first movie, is that I believe in all the Halloween movies, this is the only one we ever see like a glimpse of his face. I could be wrong with the final movie, Halloween Ends, because I haven't seen that one. But I believe this is the only Halloween movie where we get to see his face, which is interesting.
Straight on, sort of. Unless you want to consider like the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, you see his face a few times, and then the most recent ones, it's a lot of side views or angles from it to his face, because he's very much an old man in those movies.
But he's
Yeah,
still
it's like-
his old man Michael.
Oh yeah.
Michael.
But it's that imposing man. Like he is just that big.
Yeah,
He's
very
pretty
tall. I
cute
think
for an
he's,
old
like-
man. I'll say it much.
Okay, how old is the actor? I think he's
Today?
8 something. 10?
No, I was asking today. How old is the actor?
Yeah, how old is he? I think he's like 8'4".
How tall he is? Well,
How
8'4".
tall he is? Is he 8'4"?
Is
I
he
think
8'4"? 8'4"?
8'4", maybe.
He's only 5'10". Not that
He's my
tall.
height. Oh my god, twins!
And he's 78. And Nick Castle's also he's returning to play to mocap Michael in the game that's coming out next year, which is cool. So
Nice.
he's very familiar with the character.
That's really cool. I'm really happy to hear that. It's kind of nice though that he's been kind of just like there the whole time with like all the like revamps, reintroduction. I need to quit the podcast. I'm quitting, guys. Sorry, listeners.
No.
I've been wrong about so many things. I can't speak
All your
today.
fans, though, Maddie. Come on.
No, I give up. I give up. I'm dying. Anyways, yes. It's really interesting. Really interesting. Oh my god, I sound like what's going on? He is really cool. There we go. Because he's always there to help and kind of like guide. Because I feel like he's kind of synonymous with Michael Myers. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
No, you're so right. He works a lot with John Carpenter, like in this movie and in future movies, even non-Michael related. He works really close with John Carpenter. They're like, buddies.
Yeah.
He even directed a couple movies himself. None probably anyone's heard of.
Really?
One of the ones that I have seen, it's a comedy movie with one of the Wayans brothers. I forget which Wayan brother. It's called Major Pain, where it's like a drill sergeant who is not fit to be, around people. He's a very antisocial type of guy, very rude and crass. Wayans' character.
Yeah.
But he takes over like a bunch of junior ROTC kids and gets them to like win a boot camp tournament or something and learn the power of manhood or whatever the fuck.
My brother and I watched this movie as kids. I
Major
did not
Pain.
know.
Directed by Michael Myers.
I did not know it was directed by Nick Castle. That's incredible. Because that movie we also had on VHS, and we quoted it a lot. And it's not a great movie. It probably has not held up well since it released.
Interesting.
I would not
I've
expect
never heard of this
Major
movie
Pain
till literally
to be
right
a big
now.
name.
I think this movie is very cool because I was the one who made it, actually, believe it or not. It wasn't him, it was me.
Oh, you
Everyone
made
confuses me and him because I'm also 5'10". Did you know that?
it. It's easy mistake to make.
Yeah, no, it's really easy mistaking because, like, I have blonde hair. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have blonde hair. He's been in a bunch of movies. I have on a podcast.
It's 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's 1-to-1. Like, we're literally the same person, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Laurie Strode, the final of our main characters. No, you're good.
I'm not good. This whole episode
Maddie is
being
spiraling.
clowned on.
Having a crash out.
Keep it going.
Yes.
You got it. Laurie Strode, though, played by Jamie Lee Curtis.
An icon.
She's the fucking goat.
Amazing.
Like, what more can be said about her?
I just really like her acting because in this movie, it really does feel like she's just like a high schooler, someone who's doing like babysitting, taking care of kids, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, no, my friends are dead. Everyone I love is dead. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Also,
And I feel like
important
she's-
note, it's her first acting, or it's her first movie, like ever.
Yep.
Like,
This is her
she's
debut.
Her first acting debut, I believe. Yes.
incredible.
And I mean, she goes on, like, her acting career is still going. I'll be honest, like, the stuff she does now, I like a lot better. Like, she is just improving so much every movie she does, and she always seems to have a good time. Even if it's, like, not a big role or a side part, she fucking acts her heart out.
Yeah, and her return to Halloween movies and subsequent Halloween movies, like, Halloween 2, like Maddie mentioned at the top, or even the most recent trilogy, which I actually like that iteration of Laurie, I think the most of any of them. Although I really like the H2O version as well. Each
H2O.
iteration is like very unique in each of them, and Jamie Lee Curtis plays each of those Lauries the way their backstories are kind of built and based on those timelines. So I really enjoy how she can flip between them. And granted, they're 20 years apart, essentially, H2O and even 2018. So it's just incredible how
Also-
different these Laurie Strodes are.
I could be totally wrong, so feel free to correct me. Doesn't like Laurie die in H2O though? Like right at the beginning?
Okay, let's actually can we get into the timelines really quickly? So I'll address that question in this long-winded answer. Do you all know how many Halloween timelines there are?
Wait.
At least 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4?
There are 5.
5.
Okay.
It was a mystery.
The first one we'll call the Thorn legacy or the Thorn timeline. That is Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, which is Season of the Witch.
Yes.
1, 2,
I
3,
think.
5. Okay.
And then Halloween. Sorry, I'm looking them up because I don't remember. This is the timeline that I am not super familiar with.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. So the Return of Michael Myers, the Revenge of Michael Myers, and then the Curse of Michael Myers. So there's those movies. That's 6. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So it's 5. The
Okay.
second timeline is the H2O timeline, which is Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, which is 20 years later, which that's why it's called H2O, and then Alien Resurrection,
Alien Resurrection. What?
or Alien. Sorry, Halloween Resurrection. What am I
There we
saying?
go. That was so confused. I was like,
big
Alien.
jump.
I'm so sorry. There is also there's a movie called Alien Resurrection. Not great. Don't recommend it. So after H2O, it's Halloween Resurrection, which Laurie dies in.
Yes.
Spoilers for that. So she dies at the very beginning of that movie, and then it's just a really, really bad movie after that. And then there is the third timeline, which is the Rob Zombie timeline, which are just remakes of 1 and 2. They're completely separate. Then there's a fourth timeline, which is the 2018 timeline, the David Gordon Green timeline, who's the director and writer of those, which is Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. And then the fifth one is Halloween 3. Halloween 3 does not have Michael Myers in it whatsoever. It's called Michael Myers Season of the Witch, or Halloween Season of the Witch. Maddie,
Yeah.
you're passing on your I'm spiraling too, and I'm saying Alien Resurrection.
We're crashing out. It's a neutral crash out. It's happening. It's happening.
So that
But I
movie,
think it's.
Oh, Bryson has.
Is it crash
Oh.
out so hard?
You lost internet for 2 seconds.
oh man,
Yep.
am I back?
Yeah.
Yes, you're back.
Okay.
Explain
So-
Halloween 3.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes.
So Alien, or I keep wanting to say Alien. What is happening?
of
Halloween.
Alien
This is.
Resurrection.
I'm so sorry, listeners. This is a crazy episode.
This is one of the best ones we've done. What are you talking about?
Halloween 3. It seems like I'm drinking or something. I'm not. I had coffee. Halloween 3. I think I need a drink. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch does not have Michael Myers in it. It's about these kids with these masks and this broadcast that kind of melts their faces off. Anyway, it doesn't have Michael Myers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it isn't connected at all, I think.
It's not. John Carpenter wanted to create. He didn't want to create a sequel, so he wrote Halloween 2. He did not direct it, and then he went on to direct Halloween 3, I think, or write it. But he didn't. He thought Halloween, the first movie, was wrapped up. He didn't want to make a sequel. He's like, that story's done. But he for contract reasons, he went in for a second one, and killed off Michael. That's why we have 3, which doesn't have Michael. But people were really confused. Why is this called Halloween when Michael Myers is not in it? Well, John Carpenter wanted to turn it into an anthology series after that. It didn't do very well, and then so that's why in Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, they were very clear on, hey, Michael Myers is in this one. So that's kind of a long-winded answer to say, yes, Laurie does die in a series in one of those timelines.
In one timeline.
Yeah, the H2O timeline. So, which Resurrection is a terrible, terrible movie. It's like really bad. It's laughably bad.
H2O also, you can feel the quality in that iteration. Just kind of feels like a college-made movie.
Yeah. I will say though, how do I say this? It's a bad movie. H2O specifically. It's not that great.
I like H2O, although I have a soft spot for it. I have a soft spot for it. It's not
will
bad,
say-
but I like it.
H2O is very camp though. I like the part where I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a very early 2000 celebrity, and he just beats the shit out of Michael for like a solid 5 minutes or something like that. I can't remember the celebrity, but it was just really fun. I was like, yeah, he deserves that. Get him! Get Michael! Kill him! I think he died though after that, sadly, or he got away. I can't remember.
I think he does die.
Oh, damn.
They kill
Anyways,
a lot of the guys. The guys that never live in Halloween.
never lived. No. You know who does live though? Laurie Strode and
Yes,
not
she
really Dr.
does.
Loomis. Dr. Loomis kind of dies in like most timelines.
He is only really present in the Thorn timeline because in the 6th movie, Halloween,
Curse of Michael.
The Curse of Michael Myers, that movie actually airs after Donald Pleasance passes away, so that's a kind of a posthumous appearance for him. And he isn't killed in that timeline, which is shocking. He's burnt and he's stabbed and he's scratched and such, but he lives through the whole
He
thing.
lives. He's a survivor.
From what I remember, I could be wrong though.
Yeah, that's all I
he's-
had to say.
He's kind of a badass though.
Oh yeah,
All the characters that they keep around through him, they make sure they stick and they make sure they get more and more grizzled as they deal with Michael and survive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really like about the sequels, though, because even though I haven't seen the third one, which I've heard has been pretty decisive, I like how Laurie reacts, and you know, she's got PTSD from that. She doesn't just get better, and then she's like, "Oh no, Michael's back." She's like, "Michael's always gonna come back every Halloween," and then everyone's like, "Come on, Grandma, let's get you back to bed." And then one day it does happen, and then everyone was like, "What do we do?" And she was like, "I fucking knew it. This is why you listen to the bad bitch." And yeah,
She's entirely like that in the newest trilogy. It's like her whole character is she's the grizzled survivor. She's been waiting for this moment to be proven right as well. She knows he's coming back.
yeah. Also, can I ask for spoilers? Why does everyone hate Halloween Ends, or not hate? Why is it so decisive? Can I learn?
Oh,
I'm curious.
Absolutely.
I don't know why
Are you
people
familiar,
hate it.
Stevie?
I don't know why people hate it. That's also what I'm wondering.
Yeah, so Halloween 2018 is great. I would give Halloween 2018 8 out of 10. It's solid. It has a few flaws, but it's solid. It's actually my second favorite Halloween movie. I think they just do it really well. Halloween Kills takes place the same night as 2018. Mike, it's kind of like a Halloween 2 situation.
I don't remember this.
But there's a mob aspect in Kills where Michael Myers is loose, we got to go find him and hunt him, and like there's this whole mob mentality throughout it of these people driving around town and trying to kill him, and it just kind of doesn't fit well in terms of, and Tommy Doyle, the kid from the first movie, is aged up, and he's kind of a douche. Like he's like that guy gave me nightmares for 40 years. Like I'm gonna like, and he leads this mob through a hospital where they end up not pushing, but eventually leading to one of the patients that. So Michael is in an insane asylum, and the bus crashes, leading to a prison or something, and a bunch of prisoners get out, and there's a few loose, including Michael. Well, in the second movie, or Kills, one of them is in the hospital, and the people think it's Michael Myers, and they end up chasing him up onto the roof, and he jumps off and he dies. Like it's really sad and depressing because these are not mentally well people, and they're not even hurting him. Like this guy's very skittish, but people don't know what Michael Myers looks like, and Tommy Doyle is very much like, oh, I know what he looks like. That's him. Blah blah blah. Anyway, it's not really well executed. And then in Ends, it's like 2 or 3 years or something later. And Michael's been hiding in a sewer. But then there's this kid who's had he was babysitting one night, and the kid falls off of a staircase and he dies. And then this guy's like outcasted from the town. And then he stumbles across Michael in a sewer one day. And there's this like weird scene of like Michael's evil transferring into him, which is weird because the 2018
I love that you read it like that.
Yeah, like
transfer.
Yeah, like there's a weird eye to eye contact. I recommend watching the movies just so you're familiar with him, because
it's less of like an evil transferring, but you can also read it as like the kid is finally understood. This kid who has been outcasted by his entire town for a mistake that like he is not entirely culpable for. Like it was a babysitting accident, but like the kid was being a brat, and the kid kind of put himself in a dangerous situation. And our character Corey Cunningham,
yes,
2 C's like Michael Myers, Corey Cunningham. I think that was a cute way to do it. Is like he's our little parallel. Is he going to become the next Michael? Is he going to resurrect Michael and bring him back out of the shadows? And like he does all that. He does kind of take on the mantle a little bit.
Yeah, and so a lot of people kind of took Corey as like lack of a better term, like an incel, like internet guy. Like, you know,
Ooh.
he's killing alongside Michael. He's like a reject.
You said the
You
thing.
know, and he ends up falling and kind of having a thing with Laurie's granddaughter, who's also in the movie.
Ew.
And there's like, and eventually Michael just, and spoilers for kills or ends, excuse me, or the whole series really. Michael kills him in the end. But like David Gordon Green said, and a lot of people were like, that's just because the movie is very much focused on Corey the whole time instead of Michael, which a lot of people are upset with.
Mm-hmm.
But just a lot of people were upset with that. And then because David Gordon Green said that was kind of the plan all along when they started this journey in 2018. But what they should have done is introduced Corey earlier on in the movies. And I think that would have done really better than just introducing him in this last one. And then all of a sudden he's taking all the screen time for Michael because people are there to see Michael Myers. They don't want to see this kid that they just met. So, you know, no shade to the actor, but the way the character is written, or just what they
Certainly
did with
not.
that character isn't great. So
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's
Mhm.
that's weird.
I will say though, of all the endings for Laurie, I think Kills has the best ending for Laurie in my opinion. It's very positive. She falls in love with, or essentially has a thing with Hawkins, the officer from 2018 who survives the interaction with the doctor who's obsessed with Michael and stabs him. So, and you know they're thinking about going to Japan to see the cherry blossoms. Like that is just such a
Oh,
wonderful
that's
ending
sweet.
for that character because in every other ending for Laurie, it's not great. So I really appreciate that ending being different and so unique.
Yeah, she
She
gets
actually
the
does
happy
get a peaceful
ending.
ending.
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah.
Woo. You can't see me, but I'm raising my hands like in a party, like woo, yay! But yes,
I wanted to spin
happy.
back to we talked about the sequels and how those tie in, and that's perfect. I wanted to spin back to the first one. Is there any moments or scenes that are still in your heads that you like can't get out from that first movie? A couple for me. Um, I really like a lot of the stalking scenes. The way Michael does
Mhm.
his stalking isn't entirely just like man behind the bushes, but even the ones he is behind the bushes, like it's good. The way they do it, you can tell that they needed to have him on screen and be visible, and then off screen really quickly.
Mhm.
And it's so fucking punchy. It hits every time when he's staring at her while she's in class. It's the first time she gets to see him, and she's interrupted by her teacher to say, "Oh, I have to answer this question about fate and how fate is either a natural force that we can't avoid, or it's a personified thing that has its own influence on us." And then she looks
Very
back and Michael's gone.
interesting.
Like, is Michael the fate she's worried about? She sees him behind every corner.
Hmm.
It
And the
is
other stalking
spooky
scenes where
dooky.
he's like, first it's you're behind Michael's shoulder and he's like slowly driving his car around town looking for his next victims. Nobody notices there's a creep, or everyone who does see him just
Oh
makes fun of
no,
him.
creep.
Laurie's friends included. They see him, but they don't know it's Michael.
They just think he's weird like that. He's just a random guy. It's
Hey,
Halloween.
he kills and he
You
hits the
know,
brakes and fucking stops. Oh, love that.
What did
I
you say
hate a
to
guy
me?
with a car and no sense of humor.
Oh my god, you should be in the next Halloween movie.
Oh my god, that would be my fucking
I think they're
dream.
gonna make a series. I
A
think
series.
someone bought the rights.
Oh my god. Oh my god, are Jason and Michael gonna meet up and do like a 1v1 like Freddy Krueger style?
That'd be cool.
Hopefully they don't have any low-key racist jokes again, like in that movie.
Oh, Freddy versus Michael,
It
or
was a
Freddy
Yeah.
versus
different
Jason.
time.
Sorry.
Different time.
God, that movie did not age well. Oh. But
I'm
yeah,
thinking about
anyways.
that 1v1 they had in Freddy vs. Jason. That's a whole. Michael could not. Michael would never be seen doing that.
No, no.
When Jason ultimately comes to DVD, we gotta review that movie as well.
Yep,
Oh my
yep.
god.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Who would win 100 Freddy Kruegers or one giant Jason Voorhees shaped like the sun?
I'm trying to think of a scene that stands out. Like, there's so much of this movie that I love that it just all kind of blends together. But one of my favorite, it's very small, but one of my favorites is at the end. Laurie is had just stabbed Michael in the closet, and
Yeah.
he's laying on the ground, and she walks out, and she's kind of tumbling over to the hallway, and she's sitting in the doorway, and we see her, she's facing outward, and then Michael just straight up picks himself back up. He is immediately back to a 90-degree angle, and the way he pulls himself up is just so inhuman. And in
Mm-hmm.
that moment, you really believe he is the boogeyman. Like his movement is so rigid, and this is just general the movie stuff, but like his movement is so rigid in the movies. Like he's very, but it's also very methodical and with purpose. And I love that little scene and that little tidbit. It's one of my favorites, and it's terrifying. It's genuinely the most scary aspect of Michael Myers to me.
Mm-hmm. I would also agree. I think that's my favorite part of the movie. But I think I like those parts specifically where Dr. Loomis comes in and shoots him and he just falls out and then he's gone. Just
Oh
because
yeah.
it feels so abrupt, so blunt, that it kind of takes you out of like the mysticism, I would say, of Halloween and brings you back into this could happen, maybe. Obviously, you're not going to see someone like get their eyes shot out and they're going to come back from the dead and all that. But like in that moment, it's like the nightmare ends and all the horror kind of subsides. But then a new horror kind of comes in where it's like the horror of what just happened, the horror of consequences, the horror of like I don't know how to even say it, like the horror of like what just happened. I don't really know what the word is for
No,
that,
you're
but
touching on it right. There's a hard word for it, but it is that where you have our two characters, Laurie and Dr. Loomis, are stuck in this house. They've just like banished Michael from this realm. They've shot him 6 times and he's fallen over the edge. And they're trying to realize like what happened, right?
yeah,
Like Laurie is kind of like this man who saved me. Like what was that guy? What did we just have to deal with? Was that the boogeyman? And then Loomis is like, as a matter of fact, it was.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a catharsis, but like all of their deepest nightmares have come true tonight.
yeah.
I don't know how
Also,
to say, yeah.
Loomis was kind of a dick for saying that. Like, how about instead of being like, "Oh yeah, it was a mentally ill person who escaped from confinement and killed a bunch of people." He was like, "Yeah, it was the boogeyman." Like, I feel like that's rage baiting. I feel like that's rage baiting. Sorry, Loomis.
No, you're right because the entire movie you have like all the kids bullying little Tommy and they're like,
hmm
"Hey, the boogeyman's gonna get you, the boogeyman." And Laurie has to be like, "There is no such thing as the boogeyman. These are pranks people are doing to scare people on Halloween. It's what you do." And
Mm-hmm.
Michael's like, "I'm gonna pull some pranks. I'm gonna scare people on Halloween. It's what I
hmm
do."
I also want to iterate or mention, touch on that the scenes after the shooting, it's just the theme song, and then we see shots of previous scenes like the living room or the top of the banister of the stairs or the house that Annie is from, her Annie's house in the living room, and all these empty, and across the street, like all these empty vignettes of where all these events just took place, and it really compounds those feelings of and that those emotions of emptiness and the loss that Lori just experienced. She just lost 3 friends. It's really
Yeah.
incredible, and it's and also like Michael may be lurking in them. Like, we don't know. Is he in the shadows? We're looking for him because he just got shot a bunch of times and he's gone. Like, what happened to him? Where is he? So those scenes that close out the movie are also something I really love too, and just really hit home the idea that Michael Myers is a man, maybe, or he's an entity of some sort. It's
Entity.
it's really incredible.
No, right? Is he more than a man or is he
hmm
not? Like, right? Is this just random violence that could be enacted upon anyone? Yes. This
Yeah.
Yeah.
could come to the town near you.
Be careful, guys. Don't let the boogeyman get you. Ooh, he could be in your closet. He could be
The
under your
evil that
bed.
haunts the
He could be in your
suburbs
bed.
was born there.
hmm Yeah. Very good movie. Love it.
Very spooky.
Ooh.
I will say though, it is kind of weird how like, not weird, but it is disappointing how it kind of fell down like the horror schlock, I guess you would call it, of whenever any horror franchise goes on for too long, it just keeps getting more and more absurd, and like, you know, you have to ask yourself, what the fuck is happening? Like,
Oh yeah.
Curse of Michael Myers. I'm gonna be nice when I say this. What the fuck went on in that movie? Why is there magic? Why is there witches? Why is there a
Terrible.
cult?
A cult.
Why is
Yeah.
this little girl like Michael too? And why? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm
They
gonna
feel
say.
the
Yeah.
need to explain away so much of the scary stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like let's keep some mystery. That's why the thing is so good, because we don't know a whole lot. We don't know why these aliens are here. We don't know why they're so aggro. We don't know who's an alien. We don't know what.
Those movies
good.
I also find extremely frustrating because the masks are so bad in those movies. Like they
Yes,
could not get
agreed.
the mask correct, and they're awful. That's kind of why I love the most recent trilogy, the 2018 trilogy, because that mask is perfect. Like it's aged in 2018, and then it gets burnt in kills, and then it's like even more aged in ends. Like it's so good. It's such a good mask.
Mhm.
No, I'm into it.
Yes.
I
This is
wanted
the part
to.
where we're all very awkwardly silent.
No, I wanted to kind
like,
of wind it down, and yeah, bring us towards the end.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because yeah, there's not a whole else that we want to talk about this movie today, listeners. We just kind of wanted to talk about it because, it's Halloween. It's Halloween season. And we weren't going to spend an hour, 20 minutes talking about the fucking Halloween event. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. I can't. So we talked about something we wanted to talk
What
about
is
for a
this? A
while.
Dead by Daylight podcast? Go play the
Yeah,
game if you
No.
wanna.
No. Who would play Dead by Daylight? Not me.
I do want to share something, listeners. If you want more Halloween, if you want another Halloween podcast that's specifically on podcasts, I would recommend Halloween Unmasked by The Ringer. It's an 8-part podcast series that takes a deep dive into the series, mostly the first movie, although they touch on some of the other movies as well. Lots of interviews with actors and producers and cast members. Check it out. It's mainly based on how like the first movie was made and kind of its legacy. And this came out around the time 2018, Halloween 2018 released. It is phenomenal. I've listened to it. It's really detailed in terms of, the production, the cast, like little very cool fun facts about how Halloween 1978 was made. So I highly recommend checking that out if you want more Halloween podcasts in your life.
No,
And
please
who
show
would
them
want
love.
more Halloween? Come on, guys.
Yeah,
You
please
don't
show them
want it.
love. That sounds like they did great work.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's super well produced. Highly recommend it.
But yeah, audience, check out that podcast. However, I think Stevie, unless there's anything else we want to include, I think that's the end of our episode today.
Yeah. No, that was it for us today. Thank y'all for listening. Listeners, viewers, don't forget to support us with your reviews, emails to our account, redstainradio@gmail.com. Follow us on all our socials. Share this with someone you love. They'd love to hear it. Thank you, Bryson, and thank you, Maddie. Thank
No
you, listeners and
problem.
viewers, and we will see you in the fog next week.
Bye, everyone. See ya.
Bye.